Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. What up? What up? What up? Let's get this thing rolling. Let's get this thing rolling. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. Again, what I'm going to do today is show you how Mike McDonald adjusted to some things that were happening early in the game, and basically cut off what I think was the the drive starter or the go to identity of what the Miami Dolphins like to do. And the theme for this video is middle of the field, MOF, middle of the field. And I'm gonna go ahead and kind of set it up for you. What Miami, like, their identity is running the ball, getting you to bite on the play action, and hitting this window right behind the linebackers, but before you get to the safety. And they're doing it, with timing. It's not necessarily I'm waiting for you to be open. It's I'm gonna play fake it. I'm throwing to a spot. You better be in that spot. And most of the time is Tyreek. There are some instances where they use other guys, but most of the time it's Tyreek. So I know a lot of us are about to watch the CFP, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it, so I won't hold us, so we won't miss a lot of that game. But I appreciate you guys for joining. Let's get right into it. And this is early in the game, and again, middle of the field. The Dolphins were working the middle of the field, and we really didn't have an answer for it early. They motion the guy, and you see they widen it out. This is the area they're looking for right here. This is the area. Queen widens out, which is going to give, more room to Tyreek. And you got to stay behind him because you don't want to undercut nothing and he double move you and get like that. So you got to stay behind him. And boom, you see it. The tool, they good at it. The big old window. The huge window to hit it in. On time, right out where they want to work. And you'll see it over and over. They really want to work that part. They want to work that area of the field. They'll even use Tyreek as a decoy sometimes. In play action, same thing. See? Play action is gonna get PQ and Roll to step up. Then they're gonna try to slip Tyreek right behind it. That's what they're doing. Play action got PQ in the line, got Roll in the line, and look at the space behind them. All that space behind them. That's what they want. Now I gotta throw it on time. It's right on time. Now what I will say is, this is the adjustment. The second time they did it, watch how fast PQ and Roll try to get out when they realize that, oh snap, there's a pass. Watch they drops. Look at Roll turn and run. Look at Roquan turn and run. Almost, I ain't gonna say almost get there, but he turns and run. PQ immediately finds Tyreek. He looks at this dude first. I don't know if y'all can see it. But PQ looks at that dude first, realizes not a factor. Finds Tyreek. Okay, let me get underneath Tyreek. And then he looks for the ball and almost, right there, almost gets a hand on it. Almost gets a hand on it. So the adjustments have already started. But they just still hit it. They still hit it. That's their bread and butter. Let's go to the next time. Well, you can just see the drops right here. Watch Roquan's drop. Watch how fast when he realized that it's not a run. Watch how fast he get up out of there. Bam, they in the line because you got to play the run first. You got to. And look at both of them. Their eyes immediately go try to get underneath Tyreek. Immediately. See PQ see it and almost get a hand on it. And you see Roquan making a beeline trying to get there up under it. Trying to get up under it. Almost gets a good lick on Tyreek, but he spins out of it because we know what Tyreek is. We know what he is. Damn good football player. Same concept. Put him in motion. Now this time they caught us in man. We were not in zone this time. They caught us in man. And they were able to get, inside leverage right here and hit that. Now I think Darby or somebody should have been coming over because Marcus went and hollered at somebody. Like, what are you doing? And I think it's Darby. But again, we got lucky right there. But still, they trying to work that in cut. Trying to work them in cuts. And then sometimes they use Tyreek as a decoy. Watch this one. Because look at Roe. Okay, they've been hitting that little in cut to Tyreek. Look at Roquan's drop. This is Roquan right here. His drop, instead of dropping to Tua's eyes, he gonna try to drop underneath Tyreek. He waiting on Tyreek to cut in cut to wall him off, and they just use Tyreek as a decoy and gonna hit the same little in cut but with a different guy. Because now they got your eyes going to Tyreek, so now you can use him as a decoy, but still throwing the ball where Tua's comfortable at, over the middle of the field. That's where he's comfortable at, throwing it right there. So now they're using Tyreek as a decoy, but still, middle of the field. That's what I'm saying. The cat and mouse game was crazy going on right here. And now we start to squeeze a little bit. Now this play right here does not go over the middle of the field, but look at the drops. Watch the underneath coverage that's going to kind of be in this area once the ball's thrown. Now, he's going to throw the ball up here somewhere. Don't pay attention to that. We here watching film. Don't pay attention to that. Look at the underneath drops. Look at Marcus just sit here. Marcus just going to sit here. He going to drop there, and he going to drop the middle. So we trying to take away that underneath stuff. Look, Marcus just sits. Marcus already just goes ahead and jump where he normally cuts it. Rolls underneath. Queen's right there. And you got another guy right there. So now we starting to put a bunch of bodies in the underneath coverage. Now we get the Roquan's interception. Roquan right here. Now he trusts his eyes. Waiting on it. Waiting on it. Eyes going straight to Tua. Waiting on it. Just trust it. One hand snag. That simple. That simple. Now the difference is on this one, there was no play fake to make Roquan come up. That was the difference. There was no play fake to make Roquan come up. So he just patted his feet and started reading the quarterback's eyes and just went there immediately on a sprint. Great instincts. You'll see the end zone view of it. He just trusted. You just see him trust it. He going to peek left for 1 second, then he going right to where the ball's been being thrown most of the time. Peek left, just to see what's going on. Get my eyes on Tua. Now I'm going to turn and sprint. Turn and sprint. There it is. There it is. Play your keys, man. He been giving you the keys. They want to throw it in that spot all game. Play the keys. And I remember saying it during the watch party that one of these two guys, they're going to have to get underneath that stuff because the umbrella part of the coverage, like Marcus Williams and Geno Stone, they can't afford to jump it because it could turn into a touchdown real quick. So either PQ or Smith was going to have to force Tua to do something different, and Roquan did. Great play. Great play. And this is an even better view of it. You see him peek at the tight end, and the tight end is being held up by Owe. But the whole time, he's shuffling to his right. Because that's where Tua's eyes go. Tua's eyes never leaves Tyreek or whoever that is he's throwing to. Whoever that primary guy is, his eyes never leave there. And Roquan make him pay. He just makes him pay. So really, Tua's eyes took Roquan to this ball. And that's what I tweeted out a while ago, looking at the chess match between Tua and Roquan. Because there are a bunch of times where Tua's eyes kind of played with Roquan, and he wasn't really sure of his read. This time it wasn't. To the middle of the field. They still kept trying to go to the middle of the field. On this one right here. Just look at the coverage underneath. Look at the coverage underneath where they've been trying to hit. You got 4 guys there now. And so you can't hit this. Maybe you could have came there, but you really just got to jump it off. So now we're putting a bunch of bodies in the middle of the field and making you do something different. Not necessarily taking away your first read, but if you throw it short in here now, you might get ramshacked like what Queen doing. So now, are the Dolphins going to adjust? Or are they going to just keep throwing it outside? You think. But no. They still try to force it back in the middle of the field with us dropping all them people in the middle of the field. Look at that. This guy, who is this, Marlette maybe? He barely even moves. He barely even moves. Look at Tua trying to force this. Look at what's underneath Tyreek, and then you got these two over top. You'd have to make a perfect throw to get this ball in here. Roquan does get a hand on this. I remember seeing the replay. Roquan does get a fingertip on it, and it goes right to Geno. Not enough to maybe knock it off his course, because it was overthrown anyway. But again, closing the middle of the field. And I remember saying it during the live stream, squeezing the middle of the field. And that's what, just from a timing standpoint, the Ravens did a good job of seeing what they wanted to do, adjusting, and then taking it away, and then seeing they was going to make another adjustment, which they did not do within the passing game. So I just wanted to show you guys that real quick before the college football game started. I appreciate you guys for coming through. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I thank you guys for helping me get to 9K. Happy New Year to you guys, and I'll see you soon. Not tonight, maybe definitely in the morning with some new videos coming out. So peace and love, and let's go Washington, and let's go Alabama. That's what I got tonight. The Huskies and the Tide. Drop who you got in the comment section. Who you got tonight? Washington or Texas or Alabama or Michigan. I got the Tide and I got the Huskies. And I'm out. Peace and love.